The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
It was an eventful journey.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melv? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
You have my support.
Have you needed me?
Don't think you're safe just because one found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled afore the thing was cold. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune. But mayhap we ought to be better prepared for such incidents. I wonder if building a nice, high wall is out of the question.
What I can do for you?
What a bizarre village that was. I'm still not sure what to make of it. The villagers stared at me with a bizarre intensity. Though surely I'm as plain as they come. 'Twas as though they were praising me somehow. The very memory sends chills up my spine.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals. Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Look, as long as you please.
Off to market I go.
Do you know who you're dealing with?
I grow restless when I do the same thing all along. Can't say I've any tidings. Now that's something!
Welcome.
Consider it my thanks for all you've done. This is a conundrum.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
always a pleasure.
There's comfort in the humdrum of
The
daily
rules at your neck. That's acting up today.
I only work when I fancy.
Talking with you always brings a smile to my face.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
The rules at your neck.
It's nice to meet everyone.
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent. Fine.
We're done for. We'll pull through yet. I've been here soon. The rules
I
at
was
your
just
neck.
thinking I should like to see. Going so soon.
Look,
Come,
as long
stay
as you
talk
take
a
that
while.
From you. I've been here soon.
Where's that
I
land
almost
again?
forgot why I came.
Interested in my wares?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle. So?
I'm only glad to have proven my...
Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness fools can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands. How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
I've been here soon. The rules at your neck.
Look, as long as you take
Bring all days.
Hoi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. I happened upon this little curio the other day. Here, you're welcome to it if you'd like. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. Five. So if we... The price? Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
tale by a master storyteller.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Now seems a...
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can. I quite agree. I shall inform you if I learn aught of worth. I'll serve with redoubled vigor this day. We must rest, though the sun is still up. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day. Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling... You're rested, I trust?
This hustle and bustle. Have you need of me?
What should I do?
I find that it's wishes on all sides.
Wait to see what...
Well met, sir.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your...
What I can do for you?
My head hurts.
Nothing's harder than living in honest.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Been a while since I heard a good story. What a pleasant breeze.
Coin snow? Good.
I've scripture.
If I could, never do.
Peruse at your leisure.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
Hoy, friend! Having any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with it is proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will, though it came to me through you, of course. Pray, take this with my thanks. 'Tis quite a rarity, as I hear it. I hope 'tis to your liking. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad. I quite agree.
Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two.
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure.
Gather round! Treat your ears!
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find.
And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a word or two to say. And your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to... Behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, be it friend or foe. On shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, but afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through water. This
Welcome.
I know every
Sounds interesting.
Could use it for funds for writing.
I hope the weather holds.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence, and ere it slips my mind. Pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
And with that, our task is done.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
I sense eyes upon us.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. Twould take a better mind than mine to solve this.
This looks as good a place as any.
At your neck.
I wonder what's going on in town. I might go and see.
Anywhere's better than the middle of the crowd.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me. Those new recruits can barely lift their swords.
We shall remain. Here.
You are the Arisen. Yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
I'll take the night watch if it's desperate.
What to do?
I'd sooner stay out of battles where it's possible. Common from
It is best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
townspeople depend on me. I only pray my watch finishes without incident. This cannot go on. Let's try to effect a change. My sword arm could use some work. I only pray my watch finishes without incident. It is quiet as a mill hereabouts. I'd sooner stay out of battle. My sword arm could use some work. Such quietude is a blessing. Some skills can only be honed on the battlefield. I'd kick just about anywhere.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent King Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest. But I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't
This is quite a quandary. I've been on my feet all day. My legs are hard at last.
I've got to keep moving.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Shall we seek some answers?
Can't wait for the new equipment to come.
All this hustle and bustle.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Market, methinks.
What to make of this?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, He now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee, be cautious. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Whatever am I to do?
Might learn a new dish. Keep things interesting.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Our soldiers need better training.
We shall await you here, Master.
Do with a decent supper.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
How dare you?
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
How dare
Hey, through and through.
Must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
I'm dead on my feet after that.
Must hold out to stop coming.
Quit acting so chummy. Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Deeza's arisen is false, or you are lying. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bell? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Lead.
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
Well now, I'm not sure.
Enough.